What's up? Welcome to the Moxie Mansion podcast. I'm your host, one of your hosts, Truman.
I'm your other host, John Luke.
I'm your other host, Jay Was.
And with us today, we have our science correspondent, the only one of us that doesn't go to an art school, Zarek Harold.
Hi, I'm Zarek. I take math.
Yeah, our school doesn't have math. So,
Uh,
we got a couple cool stuff on the docket today. First up, how's everybody holding up in the apocalypse?
Personally enjoy it. I played a ridiculous amount of Animal Crossing. Played a ridiculous amount of Minecraft. I read a book for the first time.
oh my god.
Do you know how to read?
Dude, art school taught me.
I didn't even go that far yet.
Jesus.
Haven't read a book yet?
No.
No, he's just
I
read
don't know how to read.
numbers.
That shit hits different. When you just feel the pages between your fingers, you can take that shit outside, and the sun doesn't affect the brightness of the screen.
What about paper
Insane.
cuts?
Dude, doesn't happen. You just gotta be careful.
That's crazy.
So we got, it's been a pretty rough year so far. You know, Kobe Bryant, Joe Biden, coronavirus.
Joe Biden.
How much worse do you guys think this can get?
I don't really want to say because I feel like
Well,
anything
I feel like
say,
we need to each give our prediction of like what's the worst thing that
I
is
have an
going to
idea.
happen in 2020, other than COVID-19.
Yellowstone.
Fuck.
Yellowstone.
Let's fucking hope not, please.
Why?
I think you
That'd be
need to
fun.
clarify. I think you need to clarify for the people what you mean
It'd
by
be kind of fun.
Yellowstone.
Or so there's that cool national park out in Wyoming called Yellowstone. Turns out it's on a volcano, but not just
Super
any
volcano.
volcano. It's a super volcano, and if
Shouldn't
it
have known
blows,
that.
yeah, we're kind of done.
Summer without
Doesn't
sun.
the ash zone reach roughly to like South Dakota?
Oh, it'll go farther than that.
Really?
We'll have a good
Wait,
few
I'm
millimeters.
googling an article right now.
He is a
I'm googling an article
scientist.
right now. Yeah, I know we have a scientist, but like I'm looking up additional information.
Yeah, because I'm not good enough.
Is there anything? You were sending me some articles earlier, Zarek.
Yes, I was. So there was that earthquake in Idaho. It's a
Yeah, I
good
heard
distance from Yellowstone.
And
What?
wasn't it in Idaho? Like my family in like northern, like middle Montana felt that earthquake.
It was, I think, more than 200 miles from Yellowstone. But I read some articles. They don't think that earthquake can set off Yellowstone.
That's good.
Yeah. I'd rather not if the entire Midwest died. That'd just kind of be a different thing.
Oh, it'll be more than the Midwest.
It'd be like most of the West Coast too.
Most of the world would be affected.
We would be covered in
The
ash
world would
for
be
a bit.
affected, but the only people that would like immediately perish.
Yeah.
Like
The last
most
time
of
there
the-
was an
the
eruption-
Western half.
There was an eruption, like it was a quarter the size of Yellowstone, and there was no summer that year.
Oh, that's nice.
It was less than a
Oh, that's
quarter.
awesome. Yeah, according
Like
to
a
this,
10.
it would kill 100,000 people immediately and spread a 10-foot layer of molten ash about 1,000 miles from the park.
You're telling me you don't want to live through that?
We got a tailgate like at Yellowstone.
I want to visit right now. I want to
think
punch
that'd be
the
a
earth.
pretty,
Okay,
that'd be a
but
pretty quick tailgate, Zarek.
while I was sleeping today, you sent me an article at 6:56 p.m.
All right, I got it. So remember that earthquake in Idaho? How it won't set off Yellowstone?
Yeah.
It's okay. Yellowstone has us covered. A chunk of Yellowstone, the size of Chicago, has been pulsing as a result of seismic activity.
Bro,
Yellowstone.
I'm in Chicago. You know how big that is? That's 250,000
Streets.
square miles?
I thought you were about to say
God.
250
No, wait.
streets.
I'm pretty sure it's 250,000 square miles.
That's a lot.
Dude, Chicago's
I take
huge.
math. Let me find out.
It's 234 square miles.
Yes,
I don't know what square miles means as an art student, but I'm sure that the rest of everybody else
hold on.
will.
I take math. Let me
I
convert.
don't speak colonialist.
Do art students know acres?
Kinda.
Yeah, that's like farms. Like we read plays about farms.
I know,
Okay,
I know,
Chicago is roughly
I know
150,000
kilometers.
acres.
Okay, I understand exactly how much that is. Like I can visualize it perfectly.
That's like
It's
Yeah,
huge.
Yeah.
that's bigger than my house in its entirety.
That's like at least 6 times the size of your house in its entirety.
That is
Even
at least the size of my house.
It's insane. Now that's ridiculous.
I think we should go to Yellowstone though.
I want to go.
Actually, it was there 2 years ago. Kind of a nice little vibe. I
Was it
did not
pulsing?
notice any earth. I didn't notice the pulsing. I wonder if it was slow.
It's been doing it since 1990.
Oh, then I feel like we don't have to worry.
No, I think it's been kicking it up a bit.
Didn't
It's been really vibing with COVID-19, like bopping.
Yeah.
It's really excited for the new Matt Farley album next week.
Yeah.
We
You
all.
gonna make it about Yellowstone?
It's called Tightrope, but we'll talk about that probably next week. We'll have many episodes specifically dedicated to his work, so you'll have to stay tuned.
Entirely and only dedicated to listening to all of his songs.
Of course we will. Of course we will.
So Yellowstone sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wasn't there an article published like a year ago when this whole thing was like first happening, where the scientists were like, "Nah, it won't happen for like another million years or something."
Well,
People don't need to know.
I prefer the media fear mongering. I will say.
Yeah, I mean, last year I posted on my Instagram story as a joke like a countdown, and I did it for like the countdown was to Yellowstone eruption, and I put it the max it would let me put it to, and we are, let me check.
I think 2 weeks away.
Is it like 14 days, 13 days?
I gotta check real quick. Something like
If you
that.
got diagnosed with COVID-19 right now, you would be done your quarantine by the time Yellowstone.
12 days and 19 hours.
Ooh, more than that.
How
no, y'all
how
are wrong.
sick
You're
would
gonna
it
die
be?
with COVID-19.
Like, not that it would be a good thing, but how sick would it be if I predicted it to the day?
No, I would be, dude. That would be legendary. Like we would have documentation of that. Like that could go down in history.
And like, yeah, it'd be awful, and a lot of people would die. But also, that'd be really. I don't want to say that'd be really
But
funny.
also, we're doing better than any other country in the world in handling Yellowstone. So,
Yeah.
It doesn't. We're lucky. We are lucky. We are lucky if only 100,000 people die.
I can't believe Trump fired the entire Yellowstone response team.
I can't believe he found the Native Americans that used to live on Yellowstone like generations ago and told them to fuck off again.
It's
Fuck
you know,
You
if
guys
Hillary
gotta
if
go to
Hillary
Mars
Clinton
when we
was
have
president
that.
right now, not only would we be out if Hillary Clinton was president right now, not only would we be at lunch, but Yellowstone would be there with us.
But do you guys know what the volcanic explosivity index is?
No.
We're art students, dude. Stop using big words.
I didn't want to make assumptions, okay? It's the current year. So it's a little scale used to show how much a volcano can explode. It goes from 0 to 8. Each increment, like from 0 to 1, 1 to 2, that's an eruption 10 times as powerful as the last number. And I made a nice little list of each number and examples of volcanoes in each number. Would you like to hear about?
Absolutely.
That's what you're
All
here
right,
for.
so what was that?
That's what you're here for.
Yeah, I know. So 0 to 1, that's like the Hawaiian volcanoes where it doesn't really blow, it just oozes.
Leaks.
Yeah, that was
Maybe
interesting.
maybe the occasional squirt.
Yeah, the 1, that's where there's like
Like
a little
me.
pop.
Oh, that's the squirt. That's the squirt of volcanoes.
So,
Gotcha.
do you guys remember that New Zealand volcano that blew up in like October, I think it was last year?
Oh yeah, that was really bad. I think an Emerson faculty member was there.
Yeah, that was a
fuck,
two.
really?
No. This is what happened. He's gone there every year for like the last 10 years. And he was supposed to go there again this summer, but had like some last minute like family thing and couldn't go. And that was the year, it blew. Like literally like the week he would have been hiking the mountain. The eruption
Holy
happened.
fucking shit.
Isn't that
Yeah, that was a-
crazy?
That was a fat 2
Yeah.
on the volcanic explosivity index.
Wow, and that was so bad.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Wow.
Truman might know this. There's a island in the Caribbean called Montserrat,
Truman, you better fucking know this.
I know I told you about this.
I think you did.
Yeah, so there's a volcano on it called Soufriere Hills. It exploded and it made half of the island blocked off. It's an exclusivity zone.
Well,
Uh-oh.
you know, I am an art student, but I'm also a history minor. So what I know about Montserrat is that it used to be, or it is still, an overseas territory of the United Kingdom.
Wow.
Yet the capital is now completely uninhabited because of the volcano. And it wasn't too small of an island.
London is uninhabited because of the volcano?
No, the capital of Montserrat.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the capital of the United Kingdom.
All right. That was a 3. We're making our way up, but keep in mind this is out of 8.
Yeah, this is intense.
All right, so do you recall back around 2010 a volcano in Iceland?
Yes.
I do not.
I do actually.
All right, so you know how it shut down flights in all of Europe?
What?
Because the ash in the air was so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of that. That was a 4. Okay, a 5. What's on there? Mount Vesuvius. That's a nice 5. Mount St. Helens. I mean, I gotta make my way down this list.
Is Mount St. Helens a 5 or 6?
That was a 5.
Okay, damn.
Let me tell you about these 6s. So, there's this one volcano in Indonesia. It's called Krakatoa.
Oh, I know Krakatoa.
Yeah, when that thing blew up.
Yeah,
And
that's
hot.
fuck.
the sound wave went around the world 3.5 times.
3.5 times?
Yeah, and I
The
think
fucking Superman. Jesus.
yeah, and I think like 200,000 people died as a result of that. It was scary. That's not even a 7. That's a 6.
6, bro.
Oh my god, it keeps
Mount
getting worse.
Tambora,
I mean, I
though,
guess
that's a 7. It blew up in 1816. 1815.
So like a few years ago.
You know? Yeah. I think my elementary school teachers were there.
That's crazy.
So you know how much ash it put in the atmosphere?
How much?
Well, I don't have a number, but 1816 didn't have a summer.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, there was frost in August in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, that it caused the panic of 1816.
Oh, you know what else it caused?
What?
Mormonism.
What?
Did it
Really?
really?
Vermont was pretty badly affected by the famines that resulted from the no summer. And you know who was in Vermont then?
Joseph Smith.
Joseph.
No, his family. But they moved to New York. And some historians put that as the thing that set in action the series of events that resulted in Mormonism. So thanks, Tambora.
And Yellowstone
Yeah.
is an 8, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Yellowstone's an 8. 10 times more than that.
Has to be
Dude.
pretty.
10
100
Vesuviuses.
No, more than
100,000 people.
100 Vesuviuses?
Die immediately.
100,000 people die immediately.
Jesus fuck.
It says 10 feet of ash, 1,000 miles in every direction.
Well, on a lighter note, Wisconsin's voting on Tuesday in person.
Yay! Cheese day. Cheese curds.
Wait, in person?
Yeah.
Quarantine now?
Apparently not. And
What the fuck?
yeah.
It's a little scary. I voted in person, but it was like, when was it? It was
Right at the beginning of
over
it.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think it was 2.5 weeks ago, and I fully was so concerned about it, especially because I heard there were places that like later voting people tested positive.
Yeah.
I was like, gloves, bring my own pen, bring my own Sharpie.
Oh, you have that kind of... You have paper ballots in Illinois?
I have the option to paper or
We
electronic.
vote on machines.
I know
Yeah.
there are machines, but the location I was at had, and so you like there wasn't a line. Like literally, I was there, and I think there were 4 other people there in the entire like 25 minutes it took. But yeah, it was a little nutty how few people were there, but also there was like the blend of like everybody like our age that was there was like full gloves, mask, brought their own stuff. and everybody else was just vibing.
They were like, "This is
Smooching a little bit.
fine."
I mean, it was almost 3 weeks ago, and everybody was slightly less panicked. No, like greatly less panicked.
I mean, I still have friends that are like going out and hanging out, like nothing's happening.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous. My friend's 46-year-old uncle with 4 kids died today of COVID-19.
Jesus fucking, oh god.
Yeah, one of my friend's parents died too. It's just like really sucks.
Shit.
Literally insane. And some people still be like, I'm gonna go hang out with my brovs.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay. The outbreak isn't bad yet. I can go out.
I'll be fine. Wait, dude, it's so funny. Did you hear about all the high school students, all the high school and college students that, like, all of them on spring break in Florida? I think so far 50 of them have tested positive. Like 50 kids specifically traced to spring break in Florida have tested
kinda
positive so far.
I think what's even funnier though is like, so me and Zarek and Jacob are like coaster enthusiasts, and we live in the north, so we're used to having an off season. But like, I have some friends who live in Florida that like they're on 3 weeks without riding a coaster, and they're going crazy.
Oh my gosh. I have family in Florida. I also grew up down in good old Sarasota, which I'm pretty sure is like one of the highest per capita cities of old people. In Florida, at least. I don't know about the country, in Florida at least. And those people literally are so privileged they don't even understand it just by the goddamn weather.
Yeah,
The weather respects them.
dude.
On a level we can't understand.
In this group chat, which is mostly people from Florida, one guy goes, "The park's not being open is setting in, and it's so boring." And then another guy says, "This sucks. I'm gonna take some shots." Not just the parks. I can sort of get over that. Not being able to go out and drink and sit down is driving me nuts. That's like basic livelihood.
Basic livelihood.
That's Florida.
Yeah, I would say if there's a sentence that defines Florida, it's going out and doing shots.
That's
Yo,
their
shout out to
livelihood.
Leon.
I was 8 when I lived there, and I knew that.
Dude, he was like applauding this one golf course for staying open on his Instagram story. It was really funny.
My God, just stop.
It's like a combination of the like, oh, the market will shut down, and this is so bad I don't want to get it, but also we need to go golfing.
Dude, it's so funny to me too how there's like a lot of like specifically like southern and like southern Midwest kind of like Nebraska area, like
Yeah.
places like it hasn't like really hit them yet, like they've only really seen the news, like they're like starting to like have cases, but it's like not nearly as bad.
Yeah.
Are still not taking it like literally like it's a joke, like literally
Well-
like it's entirely a joke to like 95% of them.
The problem is that there's so much like wealth disparity in the South. And like the rural black communities, there's like one grocery store per county, and then the white Republican Trump communities aren't taking it seriously at all.
Jeez. And then their representatives are like, one of them I can't remember if it was Nebraska or something, but he said the sentence, "I would rather die of COVID-19 than have the market crash."
The lieutenant governor of Texas said
Oh,
that
okay, there we
grandparents are willing to sacrifice themselves for their grandson's economy.
Okay, bye.
that's not the same quote that I'm thinking of, but that is the same idea. That is insane. I'm gonna find the one I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was the Nebraska governor.
On the other hand, though, it's giving us a lot of time to play Animal Crossing. The new
No. See, this is what I have like a conspiracy theory about Animal Crossing, and it's that I think that, I mean, it's Animal Crossing, so like it would have had a fan following, but I think it would never have reached the level. I don't think it's as fun as everybody thinks it is. I think it's fun. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm playing it. I'm on the grind.
Yeah, I already have like
I-
55 hours into it.
But I do not think it is nearly as fun as the fact that everybody's using it as purely a coping mechanism. I know 3 people this week alone who've spent hours online, like trying to find places to buy a Switch and Animal Crossing, and just fully dropping like $400.
Well, all the normal Switches are sold out. It's mostly the Switch Lights, and like
would never
Honestly,
get a Switch Lite.
yeah,
Jesus
I
Christ,
need-
disgusting.
if the Switch Lite had some kind of way to get it onto a TV, but it's
Why
just
would you
like
buy a DS with a like stupider screen?
Yeah, that's
people
it.
just want to play Animal Crossing that badly, and like good for them. But as soon as the next like as soon as the Breath of the Wild sequel comes out and they can't play that on their TV,
Oh my gosh, I would rather perish.
but
Dude,
you know. This
Imagine-
stupid ass Bunny Day event in Animal Crossing has stunted my want to play it. I played it for about a half hour, and it was like anytime you hit a tree, instead of getting wood, you get eggs. Anytime you go fishing, eggs. You see a spot in the ground, you think it's a fossil, you're gonna go donate to them. Nope, it's an egg.
Oh, what do the eggs give you? I haven't logged on in the last 2 days, so I
It's
haven't
like-
seen the event.
There's this bunny who's so annoying. I just want him to get out of my town. But he's like, oh, I hid eggs around the town, and I hid a bunch of recipes too. If you make all the recipes by April 12th, you'll get a prize, and that's really it.
Is
But,
that
like,
like a tall order, or is that like
I
the
haven't
amount of
heard
eggs
it's-
that you're finding?
I saw online that it only takes 32 of each egg. So why does every single thing I fish need to be an egg?
What if you just wanted to fish, but God said, "Bro, take this egg."
Dude, you ever break a slingshot? I broke 2 in like a 40-minute period.
Because
There's so many sky eggs and balloons. It's just... As soon as April 13th rolls around, I'll be back on that grind. But right now, I'm just not feeling Animal Crossing.
Yeah, thanks Christianity.
No, it's not Easter. It's Bunny Day.
Oh, sorry. Thanks, bunnies.
What's the difference?
Copyright from Jesus.
Shit.
I wouldn't know. I go to a STEM school.
We go to probably the least religious
We go
school.
to the third least religious school in the country.
Yeah.
What's
Third,
the
it's-
least?
It's third. I
What-
don't know. Let me check.
What's under us? Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, I
That's-
really do. wanna
that's
know.
a
I
pretty
think it was on
impressive
Princeton
stat.
Review.
I know it's the gayest school in the country.
Oh yeah, we
Math, right?
definitely. Yeah. I'm looking it up right now.
And Zarek goes to the premier public Ivy of New York.
The least
Yeah,
religious
you do.
college in the entire world is Vassar College in Poughkeepsie, New York.
Oh,
Vassar?
Princeton Review says otherwise. Princeton Review says, guys. Also, we've moved up to second least religious
Hell
according
yeah.
to Princeton Review. I remember when I enrolled, I was looking at like all the things that had given Emerson College, and I remember very specifically it was third least religious. But we've moved up.
We're
We're
moving
making
up.
money
We
moves.
went down in the film school rankings by 1, but we went up in the least religious.
We're there where it counts.
Ooh, I wonder where we've gone in terms of theater.
But what's number
We're
1?
8th in best college theater. I can't remember
Also-
if that's down 1 or up 1.
What's number
Also-
1 though?
Reed College in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Also, just to note, of course, Emerson bought Marlboro because it's number 4.
That's
It's
really
number
funny.
4 least religious.
We didn't
Yep.
buy them. They gave us their money and we took them.
Okay. Of course we bought.
We stole
Of
them.
course you gave. Of course you gave us you.
Emerson also is, let's see, good career services, best college radio station, like fully number 1.
Fuck yeah.
Number 5 for bad financial aid.
Yeah.
Ugliest campus. That one hurts. We are on the Common. The Common is our campus.
No, I think
My
our,
campus is pretty ugly.
our buildings are pretty. Like LB is
Yeah.
really Colonial's not.
You know the money they spent to renovate the little building? Because they literally laser printed onto stone all of the original like stone like designs that were like on the building from when it was built in like 19 whatever.
Yeah,
and
but
then,
we
like,
can't get our
like,
tunnel to the
glued it.
subway back.
Dude, we need to have a tunnel. Dude, they're building into the basement now, so maybe we'll get it.
That'd be kind of funny.
Binghamton's campus is pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
was
don't think
kind
you've
of
seen
ugly
it,
when I
but-
drove there to pick you up that one time.
What?
When I drove to pick you up from Binghamton that one time, it was pretty ugly.
That was a city. The campus is better than that, but not that good.
Looking up Binghamton on the Princeton Review.
Everything is made of bricks.
So it's like every college in the country.
No, but like the same kind of bricks and the same style of building.
See,
Do you at least have a
You remember-
wacky science building or
you
no?
guys
Oh
have
my
like
god.
you guys have like nothing on Princeton Review other than financial aid not so great number 18.
The trees look
No,
pretty.
wait, you have colleges that create features, best value colleges, but those ones don't have ratings. They're just like a
Best college in
They give
Vestal,
them-
New York.
What? Wait, hold on. I'm looking at pictures right now. What the fuck is your mascot?
Oh, Baxter?
Yeah. What
Baxter
is
the
he?
bearcat.
The what?
Bearcat.
It's
Oh,
either
my-
a bear or a cat. You can't have both.
No, it's a
not-
bearcat. It's an animal native to, I believe, Indonesia.
Oh,
Xenophobe.
he just looks like a cat. Yeah, I mean, Jacob is a xenophobe. That is true, but it does look just
Oh,
like a cat
yeah.
to me. For the audience who can't see, I will describe Baxter. You said the bear cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gray fur, beautiful emerald green eyes. He often rotates between a white jersey with emerald green stripes or a green jersey with white stripes and lettering. His feet are massive, dude. That man's rocking like a 15.5 double wide. The shoes match the top. That's sick.
Why have I
That's
never
hot.
noticed the shoes?
Dude, the shoes are sick. The shoes are like
The shoes are
Like-
really cool. They're like Tim's,
like-
but Binghamton green.
they're big. They're fully Binghamton green Tims.
Bingham Tim's.
Oh, speaking of Binghamton Green, do you know
Whoa,
what?
Jacob, that was huge.
Yeah, it was.
What's up?
Wait, does
What's up, Jacob?
Emerson have school colors?
Yeah, purple and gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Purple
Binghamton
gold,
just
baby.
has green.
Dude, wait, what's the school? Isn't it Tulane that their mascot's just a wave?
Well, what's
Tulane?
isn't UCI like an aardvark or something?
That's sick though. Oh, Tulane has apparently recently riptide the pelican, but it used to literally just be a wave.
Look
like
up,
like an anthropomorphized green wave.
Look up the Orange High School, New Jersey tornado.
Oh,
Oh,
was it your frisbee team, the Tornadoes?
No, this
That
is
is-
the this is
that-
a neighboring town.
Wait,
Sick
wait.
anthropomorphized tornado. It is literally just.
It looks like a Dorito.
It is. It's like a middle schooler's like attempt at drawing like a tornado and adding like a comical like 1950s cartoon face.
No,
onto it.
have you seen them? Look up the mascot suit.
Yeah, he looks
The
like a
costume.
fucking carrot.
So funny.
he's
oh
no
my-
Baxter.
Yeah, that's not even close to Baxter. Honestly, I vibe with the emerald green.
Hmm. By the way, I looked up pictures of actual bearcats.
I'm gonna look up pictures of actual tornadoes real quick. One second.
Doesn't Baxter look just like one?
What about Gritty
Uh,
though?
I mean, it's more otter-esque than I thought it would look.
Oh, I saw an otter outside my dorm once.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
What
It's
about
like- oh, it does look like an otter, but also like I want to keep one. Do you think I could get a bearcat commercially and or on the
It's not even the same color as the Binghamton one.
and or on the dark web?
Wait, do you have
There's a zoo. Some zoos have bearcats.
is there a bearcat on campus?
Not at Binghamton.
We have a lion.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
That's
we-
true. We actually do.
Griff.
Yeah, you do. It's, you know.
We have asbestos.
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, I guarantee you we do as well.
We have
No, last
swastikas.
semester, half
We have
of our
rats.
buildings were closed for asbestos abatement.
Zarek, how many rats do you have at Binghamton?
I haven't seen any rats.
Yo, we
Okay.
had a brand new dorm building opened for us. Like they were still putting stuff in the first couple weeks we were at school. First night, rats everywhere.
We have groundhogs.
Truman, did you
In
have to
your
stomp a
buildings?
rat in your
Not
room?
in the building, but
Oh yeah, I
No,
stomped
I
on a
wish
rat
they were in
in
the
our.
buildings.
they hang out by like, the bushes right next to the buildings. I think they hang out in there.
I stepped on this rat and his like his jaw came out like at the chin, and there's like a
Oh,
little
don't say that.
there's a little circle of blood, and that was it.
Oh, that's so graphic. What if our viewers are children?
Wait, do you stomp a rat?
Yeah, I stomped on him.
He literally stomped on a rat.
They spread
Dude.
disease.
They were taking too long, the exterminators, so I just stomped on him and then told the school I stomped on it, and then they came and cleaned it in like 10 minutes.
Truman, would you consider yourself a rat king, a rat god, or a murderer?
That wasn't my first rat.
What, you
I
murdered
like
Emerson?
I like the feeling when it goes crunch.
Alright. Wow.
Fuck up. Oh my god.
Wow.
Anyway,
I would not stop it.
Wow.
change of subject. Zarek had one thing in particular he wanted to talk about, a new favorite beverage of his.
Oh, coffee milk. It's so
Explain
good.
what coffee milk is to the people.
All right, so you know how when you make chocolate milk, you put chocolate syrup in milk, or
I thought
Or
it
the
came out of a
powdered
brown
milk.
cow.
what?
I thought it came out of a chocolate cow.
Yeah, but if you want to save it, you like make it into a syrup and bottle it.
Okay.
Okay, so coffee milk is like that, but it comes out of a coffee cow, and it's coffee syrup.
It's insane.
Mhm.
But how do you get coffee syrup?
Well, that's simple. I mean, if you don't have a local coffee cow, you just take about a cup of coffee, throw in half a cup of sugar, and heat that on a stove for about 15 to 20 minutes until it gets thick.
Like, oh, how thick are we talking? Like roux thick?
Less thick than chocolate syrup. But the first time I did it, I messed up and did it for way too long. Since I forgot syrup gets thin when it's hot, so I just kept heating it, and it was like caramel.
Was it good though?
Was it like sticky?
Yeah,
I mean, I just made
I
it
like
at
it.
Shake Shack. We have our coffee extract for the coffee shake, so I just put an ounce of that in milk.
I need to come to your Shake Shack when you're there and there's some
Order coffee milk.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't know if I'll
Dude,
be
I wonder
back.
what would happen if you ordered coffee milk at the register. Could we get it added to the secret menu, do you think?
I think you probably could
For
order.
those unaware, me-
Like, it
are
depends on the
avid
cashier.
secretary.
If the cashier was one of the people who like are kind of clueless and only know cash, they'd be like, "What?" But if it was like, I don't know, like if I was on cash and someone ordered coffee milk, I'd ring in chocolate milk, put on the modifier of coffee, then tell custard.
Just so the audience is fully and truly aware, me and Truman are avid and sexually invested employees of the Downtown Crossing Shake Shack in Boston, Massachusetts.
It's a fun
Frank,
time.
I hope you hear this someday.
Oh, I'm gonna send this podcast to Frank.
God, he's not gonna listen to it.
He might. You know, V.
just give him the time.
One
when
of
you
our
said
other
this.
managers, V, just like she left like right after we did. She went to another shack.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she's moving. She bought a house, right?
Yeah.
I want to buy a house.
I'm always looking to buy houses. Viewers, if you are looking to sell a house at a cheap, my spam email is John Luke Lassa, JONLUKELASSA at yahoo.com.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought you were about to drop a
Spicy.
Hotmail.
Dude,
And if you are looking
I
to
did-
sell your Tesla, please
we are looking to buy
DM
a
Moxie
Tesla
Mansion.
cheap. We can pay you like $80 a month for like the rest of our lives, but we will buy a Tesla. And then you'll have a consistent $80 a month paycheck.
I want a smart car.
It's like we're paying restitutions for crimes, but instead of restitutions, we're paying you for a Tesla.
You might consider a steal.
Zarek, if you get a smart car, I will personally like find you and like hurt you and like unimaginable
Why?
I just don't know.
You
Like,
have a
it's
car
really
that's
big.
small already.
yeah.
They want the smaller car. Wait, how small is this car now?
It's a 2015 Mitsubishi Mirage.
He
Oh
wants
my
a car
God.
that can't be stopped by a blue jay.
Dude, we
Oh.
were driving to Connecticut and he hit a Blue Jay and the car like went back a couple feet.
It didn't go back. It just slowed down a lot.
Okay, I can respect the ideology behind it, I guess.
I mean, if you have a really small car, you have amazing visibility.
Yeah, that's true.
It looks smaller it looks bigger in pictures than it does in person.
Yeah, it's tiny in person.
When you first pulled up in front of my house, I was like, "What the hell is this?"
It's a Mitsubishi Mirage.
When we fit 5 of us in there and drove to New England, that was hilarious.
That was fucking hysterical.
Back when I was still kind of new to driving, and
Yeah.
I wasn't scared of messing around.
Are you scared of messing
That was
around
an
now?
amazing experience.
I mean, I'm not scared of messing around. I just don't. 'Cause I just want to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
I mean-
The only messing around I do is speeding.
And let it be known, for the record be known that Truman has admitted to all of his counts of speeding.
Yeah, but I don't have a ticket.
I do.
Not yet. There, put your ticket for speeding.
Yeah. I was going 55 right after a 55 turned into a 35.
Oh, dude, speed traps are trash. That's the government.
I mean, I did run a red light, but I was...
He sped up to beat the red light, but he didn't realize the speed limit went down. Then he got booked for speeding, but not the red light.
Oh, that's so trash.
I mean, at least I didn't get booked for running a red light.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely worse.
Man, I hate cops.
Guys, Truman's been married to a cop for 15 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
relationship.
I think getting pulled over makes me more cautious of my surroundings.
It makes you super aware, dude. Dude, road trips with my dad make me so aware of just like how well he predicts the cops. Like, he is insane. This man is ridiculous. This man does not go under 100 on the highway. But every once in a while, he'll, like, see something, like, far ahead in the distance, or he'll notice, like, somebody else just slowed down, like, a half mile up, and he'll pump the brakes. And then every single time, we, like, round, like, a bend, and there's, like, 2 cop cars.
Yeah, my dad has ran the same red light, like, half a mile from my house, like, 4 times, and been pulled over every time, and he still does it. But he's white and he's never gotten a ticket for it, so
we should go back to that red light I ran and see if that cop's still there.
In Darien, I don't want to go back to Darien Center in New York.
Yeah, dude, I don't think you can get into New York right now.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the best idea to travel there right now.
Yeah, I'm glad I left when I did.
What, New York?
Yeah, they're getting slammed by it.
West Orange.
I mean, COVID-19 viewers.
My hometown's getting slammed hard too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, just so you guys know, me and Truman live in the second largest hotspot in New Jersey right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot though.
Essex County, baby.
Oh boy.
And it borders the biggest hotspot in New Jersey. And
I guess that makes sense.
It's just a hop skipping away from the biggest hotspot in the world.
I was holding it pretty well.
You know who else is holding
Ohio?
it pretty well? Malawi.
I miss Iowa.
It's a great state.
I'm shocked that like a lot of the places that like waited so long to start taking it seriously didn't get hit harder. Like University of Michigan didn't close down for like a full like week and a half after most other colleges did. And like they kept having like in-person classes too.
Well, you remember when we were like, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Why is Emerson canceling classes?"
Yeah.
Well, did you see that Liberty University went digital and then went back to physical, and then like 12 students tested positive after a week?
That's awesome. Oh, I love when stupidity is rewarded. I mean, like, even Truman, you will not get that zigzagoon. No, I spelled zigzagoon wrong. God, I'm such a fool.
Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about while we have our guest on? I mean, he'll be back for sure.
Yeah. I don't go away. I'm like COVID-19. You don't think I'm that big of a deal, but then I'm here.
You're here to stay. And then you're here to stay until like August.
Yeah.
That's a long podcast.
Oh,
Do you have anything better to do, though? Probably not.
I'm catching a sick Pokemon in Poke Discord right now.
Yeah, John Luke, what the fuck have you been doing to our chat in Pokemon?
Dude, you spam the chat to level up your Pokemon, you thought.
Okay, so for some context,
Why is that what you do? My computer has not been shutting the fuck up for the past like half an hour.
You can mute the one channel.
I did.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
For some context, we're doing this podcast. We're talking over Discord, and we have the Pokecord guy in there. And this whole time, John Luke's been just spamming to level up his Pokemon.
Epotera is at level 22. I caught him at level 5, which was disappointing.
Dude, if this is just
I'm in that channel. And I'm just seeing your wall of text.
It is a wall. I've copy and pasted like almost the max character amount you can put in a single chat, and just copy paste.
Dude, is there a voice mode where you can just scream into your computer and it'll level up your Pokemon?
You just go, ah!
I wish there was like one like because this is what I've never got. Like in the Pokemon show, you know, Ash is always like so cute and lovely to his Pokemon. But there's also in like multiple of the series, there's like one trainer who's like his rival who like treats his Pokemon like shit. Who like kicks them and is like, you're trash. But they're like so strong because of it. Like, why is that not an option in the Pokemon
Yeah,
game?
why can't you be abusive?
why don't they give you the option to abuse the shit out of those things?
Well, I think
Why in a game like that?
the game has more to worry about right now than that. I mean, Sword and Shield is still, after the DLC, missing like 400 Pokemon.
I'm gonna throw up. I refuse to ever buy Sword and Shield unless it is like $9 or less.
It's a Nintendo game. They're not going to go on sale.
And they'll never, ever, ever reduce in price.
And the DLC is what, like $40?
I think it's 30 for each game, but you have to like buy it separately for each game. Like you can't just buy it for both.
That's ridiculous.
I know it is.
Well, at least there's other good games on the Switch.
I'm so hyped for the Animal Crossing, for the Breath of the Wild
Sequel, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's everything we wanted to talk about this week.
I mean, yeah, no, I have no qualms with that.
So this podcast isn't really going to have a format. We're just going to talk about various happenings. Call it cultural criticism.
And then I'm going to come in and talk about science.
Sometimes. We'll have other guests. I think we're going to have our friend Tatum on next week.
Hell yeah,
thank God. She's the jock of Emerson College. She's actually the only
She's
jock
our
at Emerson
sports
College.
correspondent.
She is a sports correspondent. She pumps iron like no one else.
Mm-hmm. She's ripped. Ripped, I tell you.
And then we'll probably do a special episode just on the new Matt Farley album. Actually, we should probably do an episode talking about him first. But
yes, I know. We're going to do an episode breaking down the culture and ideological beliefs of Matt Farley.
Yeah, we'll have an episode just explaining him in layman's terms as an introduction.
Him as an artist, and then from then on, every few episodes we'll revisit him.
Yeah, I mean, when he has new workout, we'll have new workout.
And if we're lucky, someday we will get him on this show.
I don't think that's as hard of a task as you think it is.
We could literally call him on the phone right now and he would pick up, I bet.
He said he'd drive up to Binghamton to do a show.
That is hot. This man's a beauty. No, but we can't leak too much of his info yet. The audience needs to have a slow.
Yeah, you will learn more about Matt. Oh, maybe actually having Tatum on would be a good format to explain Matt Farley about, because we can explain it to someone who doesn't really know that much.
And we can have somebody who doesn't know him, and then we can get her questions. We can explain. We're gonna fully break down the ideology and critical theory that is Matthew Farley as an artist.
All right, so that's what you have to look forward to next week.
You should all listen to your son poop in the urinal while you're waiting to hear about his ideological artistic beliefs.
Yeah. That's your homework for next week? Listen to Poop in the Urinal by the Toilet Bowl Cleaners?
Yes, I personally prefer the Poop song, but Poop in the Urinal was the first song that I ever heard, so I think it's a good introduction.
Mine was the Albany song.
Yeah, the first one I ever heard was the Albany song.
Yeah, we're in an elite club who haven't discovered Matt Farley through the song.
Yeah.
My friend discovered him through his Rian Johnson song.
We might have to have Zarek back even for the skeleton key of Matt Farley episode.
Yeah.
But we'll discuss that. We're approaching 45 minutes, so thank you guys for tuning in. We'll have more content soon. Thanks, Zarek, for coming on.
Moxie Mansion.
Yes, thank you very much, Z.
For taking time out of your busy schedule to come talk about science with us.
I'm on spring break.
For doing all of that research, too. Like, that was nutty.
Yeah, I'm on spring break now, so.
A lot of time to do scientific research specifically about Yellowstone for us.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do a Yellowstone check-in every week, too, folks. Just to let you know. Right. We're going to do, like, a brief check-in. This may or may not be Zarek Live. can figure that out later, but we will give at least one sentence update on how Yellowstone's doing. You know?
I could come in for like 5 seconds.
We'll just
Say,
pre-record
nothing
it.
happened yet, or something happened yet.
Yes.
Make sure you guys buy some Moxie if you're in an area that sells it. If not,
Yes. Should we explain what Moxie is?
that's gonna be
That's
that's gonna have to be
absolutely
another.
not.
That's gonna
I
have
feel
to be a
like we can
whole
never
another
explain
thing.
what Moxie is. Like they have to find it. Moxie is a drink. That's
We'll
what we're telling
we'll
you.
explain
You find
Moturn
it-
Media before Moxie.
I had Moxie twice, and I still don't understand what it is.
You've only had it
Alright,
twice.
I'm going to tell the audience one thing. Moxie is a soda. I'm not going to tell you where to find it. I'm not going to tell you many opinions about it, but it's been generally described as tasting like childhood abuse, motor oil, Listerine, and like generally shit. But it's like one of those things that like you drink often and you really start to vibe with.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna tell y'all
you gotta
need to
taste
find
for
it
it.
and try it.
So
I need to
You
learn.
really,
I need to
maybe
start vibing with it.
maybe it's manufactured consent, but also I think it tastes fuller than most other sodas.
yeah, it's hefty. It's a soda that with heft. Period.
It's a soda that puts hair on your chest.
Yeah, I mean, we enjoy it so much that we named our podcast and our artistic collective after it.
Named
I'm
our
gonna make
our
a
floor we
YouTube
lived on
expansion.
after it.
Yes.
We named the floor that our freshman dorms were on after Moxie. That's how much we respect that drink.
Oh yes, guys. Should we plug our YouTube channel for people?
I mean, that's where this is going to be posted to.
Oh right.
But you
Right.
can follow Zarek on Instagram or Zarek on Twitter, whatever. You just plug your socials.
All right, now.
Yeah.
All right, Instagram is Zarek ZAREK .Harold HEROLD 49, and my Twitter. Hold on, I forget what it is.
Huh.
I think it's the same thing.
I am not quite sure. I think it's a little
It
different.
is the same, just no period.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it was. Jacob, you want to...
Yeah. My Insta is _JWAS. That is JAYWASS. JWAS _CM_. And my Twitter, let me pull it up, is at commadjw. So follow me on those.
John Luke?
My Instagram is John Luke Lassa, JONLUKELASSA. That's it. And I don't have a Twitter, so but I am signed into the Emerson Skunks Ultimate Twitter, so follow me there.
No,
Follow me
you're
at-
not actually. The password changed.
If I'm kicked out of that Twitter, I will cry right now on podcast.
I mean, you can check while I'm plugging my socials, which are just
Oh, I'm still logged in. Don't worry.
Truman Siegel on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. It's just Truman Siegel.
Because he's an original, and he doesn't have to worry about not having a handle that isn't his name. and
I
just his
want
name.
at Truman so badly.
Dude, fucking sue the guy that has it, and then just take it.
That'd be like me getting like
Dude,
like
the one on Twitter has been it hasn't tweeted in like 10 years.
Oh, what a scumbag!
They need.
Fucking yell at him.
I'm gonna get Twitter to change their @ so then I can have
Dude,
at
if
Truman,
we get enough people to report his account, it'll get deleted,
and then I can be at Truman.
and then you can be at Truman. Okay, that's the plan. We'll update you guys on that next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you again,
Bye.
Zarek, too. Okay, bye.